Hello everyone. A Wild Silence appeared and fuck you, Ubisoft. Ha! Ha! See what I did there? No. But seriously, okay, this is a rant that I've been saving for a long time. I've been trying to get the words together. Okay, no, I haven't. I've just been procrastinating this entire time. But this is something that I really wanted to bring to everybody's attention. Okay, no, it's not that big of a fucking deal. It's just me ranting as usual. And I am personally pissed off at Ubisoft as a gaming company. Now, give or take, I'm not once again I'm not asking for some sort of revolution against this fucking company or whatever. I just want to get my point across about how fucking stupid they're I had so much faith in them. I really did. I put too much goddamn faith in them. To me, after let me start from the beginning. Okay, first of all, Assassin's Creed 3 was awful. It wasn't terrible, but it was awful in the sense that it was never really that great of a game as it could have been. I mean, this all circulates for the most part around Assassin's Creed 3, okay? This is me venting about Assassin's Creed 3, and trust me, I don't hate the series. I don't hate Assassin's Creed series. In fact, I love 2. But 2's the only one that I actually found any real enjoyment out of. I didn't like 1 at all. I felt like 2 and 3 were... not 2 and 3, sorry. I felt like Brotherhood and Revelations were pretty much just slapping it, jacking it right in front of everybody's face. That's what I feel like those 2 games were. But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about today is 3. 3 was the top of the shit cake, in my opinion. I mean, granted, Assassin's Creed 1 was nothing more than a mere beta test, if you will. They've pretty much come forward with that, as far as I'm aware, that Assassin's Creed 1 was not so much a complete game as it was just a test for their engine. At least that's the information that I've been given. But Assassin's Creed 3 was, it hurts. It hurts. I had so much hope for this game that when I saw the finished product, it was just like, ugh, are you disgusting? Are you awful? I can't even get... Oh, I will begin, actually. First of all, the game mechanics are still not fixed. Problems from the original episodes from the original Assassin's Creed are still in there. Still... Climbing, yes, I'll admit climbing has improved a little, but not by much. I mean, there are certain parts when Connor, the assassin of 3, will just I don't know why, but let me know if you get this too. He will go up towards the top of a building and just stop. And just stop right as he holds onto the ledge. I don't know, and there's absolutely nothing stopping him from just simply pulling himself up. It's such a ridiculous... I mean, that could be just a minimal thing if climbing onto buildings wasn't fucking crucial. If it wasn't near key to the gaming experience, which is a majority of what Assassin's Creed 3 is about. I mean, the Assassin's Creed series in general. That is what it should be about. It should be about climbing buildings and doing parkour and shit that I don't really care for in real life, but stuff that's enjoyable in the Assassin's Creed universe. And furthermore, one of the worst things is the mechanics. Oh boy, do I have a rant about the mechanics for you. Let me tell you what, I'm gonna say that this is some of the worst mechanics I have seen in just about any major game that I've ever played. Now, let me explain the way this works. Is that at some intervals, the certain options should be limited. Like, for example, fucking chase scenes. There are so many goddamn chase scenes that it hurts. And I mean, granted, I know like the chasing scenes beforehand, but once again, that was the problem that I had in the entire series, and they haven't gotten rid of it. Not only have they gotten rid of it, but it seems it's gotten worse. Since like the big major complaint about these chase scenes is that one time that you so much as go near a wall, like Connor. Have I called him Ezio? I hope I didn't. I apologize, Connor. If he goes so much as goes near a wall, he will just latch right fucking onto it. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely bonkers. Like, I mean, it was tolerable, at least semi-tolerable, in the other Assassin's Creed. But like some of the chase scenes are produced in Assassin's Creed 3, very tiny, very constricted hallways, and it's near impossible. If you so much as if you simply nudge any of the joysticks in one direction, suddenly, boom, there you go, up a wall, and boom, game over, start over the whole fucking chase scene all over again, all that fucking shit. And not only that, but there was this one chase scene towards the end. I'm not going to spoil it to say who it is or anything, but you're chasing this guy through a ship being constructed, essentially. And the way that this functions is that you get to hop from a piece, from like wood block, wood pole, I don't know, a large plank of wood, there we go, whole plank of wood from one plank to the other, and chase after him. But there are planks on the side that looks like, okay, you can walk on those fucking planks to go and avoid having to jump all the way across, go underneath and let him escape. Guess what? As soon as you step on those planks, apparently he gets away, despite him being so much as being in front of you. Despite him being like right in front of you, it's just like saying, "Oops, he got away. You weren't supposed to go there." But then why make it an option to step on those platforms? Why make it an option to do something like that? It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you just go in and correct that? That's not a difficult thing to fix. It would probably take, 15 minutes of this company's goddamn time. One person could go in and correct that. It would just be that simple. Maybe they've corrected it by now. I don't know, because I stopped giving a fucking shit about playing that goddamn game like a month ago. And okay. And another thing that I wanted to bring up was that not only should certain ones be constricted, but they are constricted at certain intervals. They are constricted at unnecessary intervals. Let me give you another example. There's this one part where you're supposed to assassinate some guy in a group of people, and essentially, I guess I didn't assassinate him the way the game wanted me to. My character, Connor, had his sights dead on, locked onto the fucking guy, okay? And the bullets in my gun were filled to the fucking brim with bullets. But when I pull out my fucking gun and pull the fucking trigger, it didn't work! It jammed the game! Jammed my gun. And no, this isn't a single solitary glitch. Because why? Because I ran out of time, and the game overed me, and it set me up right there. And I did the exact same thing again. Still, guess what fucking happened? You guessed it, it didn't fucking work. And I kept doing it over and over and getting angrier and angrier. Why can't I shoot at this motherfucker? Why can't I get this guy in his fucking face? And it took me maybe like 7 tries to figure out oh hey, there are some trees next to me. I guess I should climb them onto the building next to him and jump down. My suggestion for killing him wasn't cinematic enough. It didn't fall into the way the cutscene imagined me to kill the fucking guy. Why? Why? How does that work? Oh man. Oh man, I can't tell you how annoying that is to have your movement constricted when it's unnecessary and have it not so constricted when it's absolutely positively necessary. You don't do that. You don't do that. Another thing you don't do is make the most obnoxious part of the fucking game. The worst, most tedious part of the game, part of 100%ing it. And I could be wrong about this. If I am, please let me know. I've wanted to try to 100% this game because I'm not a 100%er guy, give or take, but I do love getting outfits. I don't know why. I love getting character skins, earning them, purchasing them. Well, not so much purchasing them. I mean, like purchasing them in game. That's going to be something I'm going to put into the bitch about later file. But essentially, what I wanted to say was that there's one certain activity that you can do, and once again, correct me if I'm wrong on this, and that would be you have to unlock shortcuts in the game, and you do that. Do you know how you do that? Do you really want to know if you haven't played the game already and you aren't already? You have to follow rats, like in the open. Just follow fucking rats that move as slow as fucking molasses and tar mixed together. I got frustrated the first time I did that. I didn't want to do that. Why did they make that suggestion? I get that it's all it's dark. It would be clever if this was a fucking movie, but it's not a fucking movie. It's a fucking video game. Why would you make that a mechanic in your game? Maybe he can follow them in a cutscene, not in the fucking game. Why would you do that? And that's all I really need to do. Alright, I'll give the game this credit. I liked collecting collectibles. I liked them. They were everywhere, and I liked the way that they set them up to get it done. And I collected every single one. And once again, there's a costume for 100% of the game. And guess what? You have to fucking follow the rats. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna follow every single fucking rat in the fucking goddamn game. I'm not gonna do that. Who wants to do that? Who wants to follow rats? I mean, what are you doing? Like knocking off Harry Potter? Follow the fucking spider shit? No, don't do that. You. Okay, that was one rant. Let me bring back the comment they made about collecting costumes. Collecting costumes, great fucking idea. I love collecting costumes. Give me all the costumes. I like them. I want them. I will earn them. I don't want to go into multiplayer to get something that is only available for single player. Why would you have a costume designed based around multiplayer gameplay? I want to go sign up for your Uplay a fucking account. Another thing for a bitch later file. Okay, another bitch for a bitch about later file. Okay, I hate online play. Why would you put something in multiplayer strictly for single player? That makes very little sense. That is not cohesive. That does not fall into the single player experience. What? I don't listen. Like just say that. That's like getting pepper for I don't know, fucking donuts. I'm at a loss for speech here. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Second of all, another costume, like the last costume. There are like maybe 13 costumes in all. I don't know, maybe around 10, somewhere between that many. I could be wrong about that, but one of them is strictly download only through online or pre-order. No, make it available through online. You know what? This is a whole nother argument altogether here about online DLC uses. But you know the drill. You know the fucking drill about how you can't get something unless you buy it for DLC, even if it's something as minuscule as a character skin. You want a character skin? That'll be $4. That'll be $4 for something you'll stare at the back of for hours on end. That'll be $3, please. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, Ubisoft. That's what I say. But do you think this rant is over as a result of this? No. Let's see if I've covered everything. Fucking gameplay, check. Fucking climbing. The action is also terrible. I mean, you will not. I mean, granted, it's 100% better combat than Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. I'll give it that. But it is not good combat. It's not good combat. Why would you put, like, I know about the big guards that they added in, I think it was 2, the big brute guards. I mean, I understand that. That was a good addition for its time. But now they have guys that can break your combos, that can guard against everything. They can guard against your counters. They can counter your counters, essentially. And they're, I guess, sorts of generals that blend right into a crowd of regular soldiers. And you won't be able to see them coming until it's very well near too late. Especially sometimes, like, the most I've ran into is 7 fucking generals who I could not get through and died on. Granted, it's just a minor annoyance compared to what I've talked about, but I feel like it's something to bring up. If you're going to bring up somebody who functions very differently from their fucking counterparts, you fucking just go and make them look different. It's not too difficult of a thought, is it? It's not that difficult to produce. Okay. I know that was a light note to end on for that segment, but I want to discuss something more. I want to discuss Ubisoft's copyright issue. Okay. As soon as they started posting Assassin's Creed on there, I was planning to continue that series. I really was. I was planning on continuing that fucking series. And until Ubisoft flagged me for copyright. And that's I'll give them credit. I can understand where they're coming from. They don't want their precious storyline, their awful story, their unoriginal story, their little Karate Kid, like that one fucking guy, Achilles, Mr. Miyazaki, not Miyazaki, but Mr. Whatever, you know the guy, fucking Karate Kid style fucking game. Oh, and the fact that they practically mocked Native Americans. They fucking practically mocked Native Americans, let me tell you what. I mean, the first time you enter the fucking Indian encampment, Native American encampment, it's just like you don't see any of their culture being embedded into this game. You see a whole bunch of modernized, urbanized fucking references. It's just like a whole bunch of Native American boys run into the forest. Be home by dinner, son. Okay, mom. Let's play tag. Let's play hide and seek. Oh my god. Why? Well, you think Native Americans play what? Do you think they counted to like 100 too? They followed the rules to a T. A game that I'm almost certain white people, just like European culture, European American culture, whichever, like fucking invented I'm pretty sure, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong on this once again. But like I mean, I'm not offended by Native American like jokes, stuff like that. I'm part Native American, so it doesn't bother me as much. But I was insulted. I was insulted as a Native American, and I felt like my intelligence was being insulted. I felt like my knowledge of history was just getting fucking bukaked by Ubisoft at this fucking juncture. It was just awful seeing that sort of thing. Seeing the Native American culture just like reduced to something like hide and seek and communication that's just so common these days. It was is there anything else I mean, and oh my god, plenty of people have bitched about the ending, and I fucking agree. I don't give a I'll confess here. I don't give a shit. I don't give two shits about Desmond. I don't give two shits about the overarching story. In my opinion, I don't think the Assassin's Creed series needed to be a fucking sci-fi. I don't think it needed to have this notion that that this guy had to look through his ancestors' eyes or whatever. It could have been a simple story about how an assassin's about how an assassin's legion was forged out of the past or whatever. It was just forged. It could have been as simple as that. And I think the fucking storyline, the fucking storyline could have been better as a result. That way we wouldn't have to deal like a whiny motherfucker like Desmond. Like his fucking father, he's just like, I want to be something special. I want to be the guy who has to look through the telescope for the rest of his the animus throughout his fucking life. I want to do something. And, it was just such a pain. I'm sure that half of this rant is just me talking and me grunting. Half grunt, half talk. And let me think. Is there anything else that I want to talk about in terms of that? Anyway, bottom of the line, Assassin's Creed storyline, don't give a shit about it. Assassin's Creed 3 storyline, especially don't give two shits about it. Now I'll admit, I like Assassin's Creed 2's story, like not the overarching once again, but like the inner story with Ezio, with like the fucking unraveling of a conspiracy with the fucking Illuminati and the Pope. That was so awesome. I loved it. I love dicking around in Assassin's Creed 2 as well. I don't like dicking around in this one. Why? Because the sights are boring. The fucking people, the fucking NPCs are too like, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say the word difficult, but that's the word that's coming to mind. Not too difficult, just too everywhere. They're too widespread. They're on buildings for some goddamn reason. I mean, I understood that the fact that they needed to be on the buildings for the functionality of the game, but there are too many of them. There are too many of them on the fucking buildings in comparison to the other games. Furthermore, why are they on there during the revolution? I mean, I guess that if there were like barricades and shit, then I can understand why. But this time, it just seems like there's too many. There's too many everywhere you go. And once again, like I said, the sites are very boring. Boston and I think it's New York, they don't look any different from each other. They barely look any different from each other. I remember one city being partly burned. I don't even remember which one that was. There's no distinction between them. No, very little distinction between them, not to a noticeable degree, unless you look really deep into it, unless you've played hours upon hours of playing, or maybe you're just that big of a fan. Good for you. That's not for me. That is not for me. And so, anyway, as I was saying, they posted a whole bunch. They flagged me for copyright, and I was like, okay, I'll give them this. But if they play it through towards the final of a recording that I did, then maybe I'll halt it on a little while. And I did. I waited patiently. But then I noticed something. One of the people that I'm subscribed to was playing the game as well. They were playing the game. Now let me sink this in. They were playing the game, and there was no given copyright. There was no flags for copyright for them. They still had advertisements playing. They did not have advertisements playing. They did not say anything about being flagged. Me, I was flagged. They weren't. So do you know what that tells me? They got some sort of fancy permission, because there's some big ass fucking huge fancy YouTube channel with hundreds of thousands of goddamn subscribers. Okay? And that does not make sense to me. That's choosing and picking. They don't want me representing their game. That's what I'm trying to push here, is that they don't want me representing their game. They don't want me getting money for their product. They're happy with this guy over here, because he'll show our image in a super positive light. He'll show it in a positive light. He'll praise it for everything that it's worth, as opposed to someone who might just give a little bit of criticism. He doesn't deserve some money. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. This guy, I trust this guy. I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy with his channel. Let's not let him get any money. Let's give all of our money to this guy over here. This guy looks like the guy to go to. Fuck that guy, whoever he is. I'm sure that he deserves. Let's just flag him for copyright, just to be safe. Just in case somebody wonders, hey, maybe if YouTube considers giving him some money, then we should put a stop to it. No, you don't pick and choose who's going to be fucking. If I'm not good enough for your stupid fucking game that is unfinished, unpolished, horribly written story. I'm not good enough for that? Fuck off! I've written better stories when I was half asleep at 15. Okay, jabroni? I don't give a shit about your fucking game. I could go to the fucking beautiful Grey Whale down the street. Great store if you've ever been to Grey Whale. You should go check it out. That's some props for me. But I could go to Grey Whale down the street. I could find a game that's worth, I don't know, maybe like $8, that runs better, that has better mechanics and a better storyline than your piece of trash that I shamefully admitted paid $60 for. Paid full price on near release, just like a week after release, okay? If I'm not good enough to support your game after that, then maybe there's something wrong with you. Not me. Maybe there's something wrong with you, Ubisoft, as a fucking developer. And you need to take a look at yourself, your fucking game, fix the issues that you've created. Stop being lazy with your fucking game design and your fucking stories, and actually get your shit together. Okay? And tell you what, until I am absolutely, thoroughly, genuinely convinced that you have just dropped your little boy trousers when it comes to handling fucking games, when it comes to handling the one ultimate series that's been keeping you afloat for the past, I don't know, when did the original Assassin's Creed came out? 2008, 2006? Whichever. Now, give or take, I know you've been around for a lot longer than that. But lately, your releases haven't been given much attention, save for Assassin's Creed 3. Until then, until I'm convinced you've changed, your fucking ways. Your idiot. Your absolutely idiotic ways of handling your game releases. I am, and I encourage everybody else out there to stop buying their games. Just stop. Just stop buying their games altogether. Just fucking don't buy it. Don't. That's the way that you fight corporations, America. Is to speak with your fucking wallet and just say, no more am I going to be beaten by your fucking belt. No more. No more. I'm not going to have it. And if you must buy it, then buy it fucking used. Once again, there are plenty of used game stores. Don't buy from GameStop, by the way. They're awful. Buy from any minor, just any general used gaming store that isn't some place that's trying to screw you over, like GameStop. Just don't give these idiots money. I don't give these idiots everything they're asking for a job not even half done. Don't do it. Don't be a dumbass. Don't be a sucker or anything, whatever Ubisoft thinks of you. Because clearly they don't give a shit about people who pay money for their fucking games. If they're going to, if they think that if they value one individual purchaser of their products over another, no matter what, don't stand for that kind of shit. That is not some way that you should let anybody treat you. And I know I'm not going to be treated like that anymore. So as of this upload, you can say goodbye to my little bitty Assassin's Creed series. My Assassin's Creed 3 series, okay? Because I am not going to be put up for being considered, whatever they want to call me. Fucking inferior. I'm an inferior customer. That's what they think I am. And let me tell you what. I'm not. And that's all I have to say. My God, I've ranted for half an hour. Impressive. But those are my 2 cents. And I apologize for those of you who enjoyed the Assassin's Creed 3 series. I just don't want to have any more copyright strikes against my channel. So you can say goodbye to those videos. So, that's all. I'm gonna go calm down, have a lollipop, do some homework, exercise, and sleep. So until next time, until tomorrow or whenever you plan on watching another video of mine, stay wild.